You may have heard people saying how important insects like bees are, but just why is this? First, we need to understand something about how plants grow and reproduce, and just what parts of plants we use for food. Do you know what parts of plants we often eat? Many of the parts you enjoy eating are the fruits and seeds. Plants produce fruits and seeds as part of their way of reproducing. These seeds are sometimes wrapped in a fruit which is there to help spread the seeds away from the parent plant so they have space to grow. The fruit is meant to be eaten by animals. This also spreads the seed. As it is either eaten and passes out in the animal's dung, or they simply spit the pips out like we do. The seeds are what new plants grow from. Flowering plants produce fruits and seeds from their flowers. This is part of a flowering plant's life cycle. Here's a reminder of a flowering plant's life cycle. Flowering plants produce flowers to attract insects like bees. Flowers contain nectar and pollen to attract insects. When they visit flowers, insects pollinate the plants. Pollination is when powder from the middle of a flower is moved to another part of the flower. Pollen is from the male part of the flower, the stamen. It is moved to the female part of the plant, the carpel. Insects do this when the pollen is carried on their body to another plant. When pollen is moved to the female part of the plant, the flower is fertilised and can then make fruits and seeds. Without bees and other insects, there would be none of these. Our tomatoes are now in flower, so guess what the bees are doing? The bees are busy pollinating the flowers.
If you look carefully there's a little light brown mark on the end of the flower. Now that's telling us that the bee's been here and already pollinated that.
The bees are collecting the pollen to take to their hive to feed to their grub. Watch as they go into the hive with pollen in the basket on their legs. and then come back out with them empty. When collecting pollen, they also accidentally collect some on their bodies, which they then transfer to the next plants they visit, pollinating these plants, which can then produce seeds and fruit. Our cucumbers are flowering too, but these are not being pollinated. Any ideas why?
Okay, this is the flower of the cucumber plants, female cucumber plants. With cucumbers we actually don't want bees because we don't want to pollinate the cucumber because it'll end up with seeds in it.
Cucumbers are usually sold without seeds in, as people don't like having to eat or pick out the seeds. And cucumbers with seeds in can be bitter in taste. In the fields, farmers have been busy too. The winter crops need their attention. They have been putting fertiliser on, like in this winter oilseed rape and winter barley. Winter crops, because they start spring growth from an established plant, like this winter oilseed rape, winter barley or winter wheat, often give a better yield. Yield is the total amount of a crop the farmer harvests. So good yield means they produce more for us and animals to eat. Some crops are not sown until the spring, such as this spring barley. Spring sown crops, although producing less yield, often produce better quality grains, so can be used for products like malt, which is used in brewing beer. Calves, inquisitive, plain, looking cute, drinking milk, but sadly none born on camera yet. Maybe next time. We are going to do a similar follow for lambing. We should have more luck, as our farmer has 2,000 ewes to lamb. The farmer has brought them inside as they are easier to feed and manage and help during lambing. The ewes are fed silage, which is preserved grass.
But while the sheep are out of the pen, I'm filling up these ring feeders with this silage, which is grass preserved in the summertime. At the moment, as it's middle of the winter, there's no food for the sheep outside, so we bring them all inside and we feed them this. It's preserved grass silage, and it comes in these great big heavy bales. If there were 4 of these bales, that would weigh as much as a big car, so they're quite heavy. We have to be very careful.
They love it. And these nuts made of cereals. We saw a feed mill which does this last term. The farmer has also given all these ewes a vaccination which will protect the newborn lambs. This vaccination must be given 4 to 5 weeks before lambing. The immunity is passed from mother to the lamb and stops the lamb catching several life-threatening diseases in the first few days of its life. Come back next time to see how they get on with their lambing.